Good afternoon, Mary. My name is Kinsey. I'm going to be your doctor today. So, what brings you in?
I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I've had really bad diarrhea since Wednesday, and I have felt so sick to my stomach.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Have you eaten any eggs, like raw eggs or uncooked chicken lately?
No, I haven't.
Could you tell me possibly what your stool looks like? Color, consistency, anything of that nature?
It has been like super watery, and like sometimes I've noticed that there like will be blood, and I have been feeling like really hot lately.
Okay. The fact that there's been blood in it is kind of concerning. Have you had a fever at all since you've been experiencing your diarrhea?
I do not know if I have. I don't have like a thermometer at home or anything, so it's kind of hard to tell.
Do you mind if we take your temperature real quick?
No, not at all.
Alright, so I'm just going to swipe this across your forehead. Alright, so your temperature is actually reading a little high at 100.7 degrees.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay, it's probably just your body trying to fight off whatever's going on.
Do you think something's wrong with me?
I don't know for sure yet. I have a few ideas of what could possibly be going on, but I'd like to run some tests just to make sure. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, it may take a little bit. Do you mind staying here just a little bit at the hospital while I figure out what's going on?
Yes, I just want to know what's going on with my body at this point, so honestly anything that like will help find that out, like I'm up for it.
Okay. For the test that we need, it's going to be a stool culture, which means I just need some of your fecal matter. So the next urge or next time you feel like you need to go to your bathroom, I'm going to get you a tube that you can take, and just if you could get some in there, that would be great.
All right, thank you.
All right, and then when you're done using the bathroom, just wait in here, and I'll be back in about 15 minutes. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right, let me grab that tube for you.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll be back in a little bit.
All right.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and take your sample.
All right.
We get it out to the nurse to take it to the lab, okay? While we're waiting for those lab tests, I'd just like to ask you a few more questions. Is that alright?
Yeah, that's all right with me.
Alright, so what do you do for a living?
I'm actually in college still, but I am working at a nursing home.
Okay, that's awesome. What kind of work do you do at the nursing home?
I pretty much just do a lot of like what a tech does out at the hospital. So I bathe and like help patients get dressed, and like then I like go around and like change sheets and stuff like that.
Okay, awesome. Sounds like a tough job.
Yeah, I mean it is, but it is very rewarding. Like, and that like talking to the patients allows me to learn like a lot about life, and it's also just nice to like make all those personal connections.
Definitely, that's very true. When was the last time you volunteered there?
It was on Monday.
Oh, okay. So on Monday, were you in any direct contact with fecal matter?
Yes, I was.
Okay. That telling me that possibly, maybe you were in contact with some bacteria with fecal matter that you were dealing with, and somehow that got into contact with your mouth. Were you wearing gloves?
Yes, of course I was.
Okay. I just have to make sure. It could be possible that there was a hole or a tear or something that you weren't, that you didn't notice. I think just got a notification that your lab results are ready, so let me grab those real quick. Alright, so your lab results are showing small red rods, white blood cells, and red blood cells all in your stool. It's obvious that there's some type of infection going on within your intestines based off of your stool culture. The next step that I would like to do is an antigen test, and if that comes back positive, then I will have a correct diagnosis for you, okay? So they're actually running that right now. We'll figure that out. Okay, your test results just got sent to me from the Shigella toxin, and you actually did test positive So you actually have what is called Shigella.
Shigella, what's that?
It is a bacterial infection that causes diarrhea. It occurs when there's direct fecal-oral contact, meaning that fecal matter was either on your hand or on something that you touched, and then you went and touched your mouth. So maybe sometime in a nursing home when you're changing the sheets or working with your patient, it could have just been like that, and it's common to see in nursing homes as well just because of how crowded they are.
Okay, is this treatable? What can I?
Yes, it actually is treatable. Shigella is one of the few types of diarrhea that can be treated by antibiotics, so I will be prescribing you that.
Thank goodness.
Yep, I will go ahead and get a prescription written for you. It's called ciprofloxacin. Yep, and that will help with your diarrhea and the symptoms as well as fever.
Okay, thank you so much.
Any more questions?
I don't think so.
All right, before we leave, I'm going to give you this pamphlet just with a little more information about it. If you have any questions, you can still feel free to call the office, answer anything that you need to know.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.